Welcome to Bella's Guidance. I am your host, Auntie Bella, a psychic shaman, spiritual guide, and mentor, as well as your favorite holistic healer. With your permission, I'd love to guide and steer and propel you, the chosen few, along your spiritual journey in many awakenings by sharing ways to heal mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. All while realizing it's okay not to be perfect. You weren't created to be perfect, love. You were created to be the best version of you. With that being said, let's get into today's message. The title of today's message is Your Old Self Must Die in order to manifest a new future. Today, we'll be discussing why your old self must die so you can manifest the life you've always wanted. Now, when I say die, I do not mean you'll actually die. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way off jump, okay? Don't want to scare anyone. What I mean by die is you're meant to experience many ego deaths in order to shed parts of yourself that are no longer serving you. An example of this will be a backwards way or negative way of thinking or toxic outlook on life. I used to be knee deep in this journey, honey baby. I used to talk about everything was falling apart in my life, not even realizing I was manifesting what I didn't want. So let me explain that to you. So before you can manifest a better future, you will first need to stop manifesting one that's worse. How are you doing that? Okay. We manifest what we think regularly. The mind is powerful. So every time you say things like, this is never going to work, or this is a lost cause, or hell, I'm never going to get what I want, you're manifesting things you claim you do not care to have. So if you don't want it, why do you keep speaking it into existence? That's what you need to ask yourself, because that's where you need to shift if this is your story. You need to get to the root of the reason why you believe you can't and understand where this thought is stemming from. Did someone teach you along the lines that you were not good enough? I'll give an example. When I was a child, my family used to feel uncomfortable with how big my energy was. So every chance they could, they would crush my spirit. Now, I know this sounds fucked up. Okay, I'm going to be real with you. It was to experience it as a child. Okay, but I just want to explain to you how this can cause you to think that you're manifesting something you want or you're not. It starts with the wound. Okay. So they would call me ugly or make me feel ugly. They'd even go out of their way to act as if I was not there. So it would basically be like I was dead. So I would walk in the room. Nobody would acknowledge me. I would speak up. Nobody would reply. If I said too much, you're ugly. Get away from me. Go in your room. Nobody likes you. I hate you. This is what I was getting from my siblings. My mother gave me a fucking still version of a robot. Okay. My father just disappeared. So this is what I was experiencing from all of my siblings except for my baby brother. He was the only one I connected with on the deepest level, okay? And for those of you who know me well, he's no longer with us, okay? So you know that really hurt me deeply. But let's continue. At times, it felt as if I was not there. So I shrink my big ass energy, guys. I had some big energy. So I was always bubbly. I was always happy. I was always fun. I was always playful. I would shrink all of that to a space that made them more comfortable, which basically made it where I was damn near mute. Okay. I went from being an extrovert to an introvert who sat in silence in a desperate attempt not to rock the boat. This taught me a lie, that it's not okay for me to be my true self. So I was becoming a shell of myself in order for them to be comfortable with who I was. My healing and shedding of my old self consisted of me needing to expose that lie they had embedded in me. Remember where it was stemming from, and then ask myself, is this true? I've concluded that nothing about me is meant to shrink. I'm simply meant to surround myself with people capable of handling me in my full power. My family was incapable of doing so. So I had to leave them behind in order to heal. I had to leave a part of me behind that I realized was not my story, but theirs. and then have the courage to walk away knowing they'd never be capable of change because they feared mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional growth. The ego had to die, and with it the lie I was taught. Today, I now realize that people who love me most will accept all of me at all times, not just when I'm not being too big or powerful. All of me all the time, when I'm small, when I'm big. Okay, we all shift into different energies. The people that love me without condition can accept all of these energies, okay, in their abundance. Okay, this is who I am. And I am meant to find support in people who love me without conditions, and so are you. You are not meant to shrink yourself. You are not meant to become who you are not. Okay? You are not meant to conform to somebody else's standards because this makes them more comfortable, if this is your story. You are meant to flourish. And then if the people around you cannot handle you and you in your full power, you are meant to move on in love and leave these people behind because it just means they need to heal. That being said, my new future will now consist of big shit. Everything I've always wanted, big love, big life, big adventures, big happiness, big peace, and big ass abundance. This is what I manifested by accepting who God created me to be and allowing my old self that was actually never me to begin with to die. My question for you is, what are you planning on manifesting, and what parts of you are in need of dying in order to manifest your future? Do you have a toxic mindset or a negative outlook on life? Are you disconnected from source, and how is this affecting your life? Are you taking care of your physical self, eating healthy, exercising, balancing, and grounding your energy? If not, how is this affecting your body? Are you expressing how you feel, or are you keeping your feelings trapped and refusing to make space to heal the past? If you've answered no, you have not been doing what is necessary. Then love, you are the reason you're experiencing stagnant energy in your life, and it's time for you to make a change. Map out a realistic goal. This is my suggestion. One you're capable of sticking to. Don't make a goal that you're not going to stick to because it's too big. Make one you can stick to that's comfortable. Today, I will begin walking 30 minutes a week. 30 minutes 3 times a week. I will meditate on the days I do not walk. I will journal and validate my feelings regularly. I will read the Bible verses each day and ask my guides how I can begin working towards a more powerful connection with Source. This is a realistic goal. 30 minutes 3 times a week, meditating on the days you don't walk, right? Journaling and validating your feelings, and then connecting with Source. These are mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional ways to clear your energy and remove stagnant energy around you, to create this ego death that needs to occur and leave this negativity behind. These are ways you can begin shedding your old self and allowing new energy to replace stagnant energy. Like I said, the old self must die in order to manifest a new future, but I never said the death would be detrimental. It'll be like a cleansing of the soul, out with the old and in with the new. You deserve peace, love, happiness, and abundance. Get out of your own way so that you can make these things can make their ways toward you. It's your girl Bella, keeping it 100 as always, and sending you peace, love, and light on your spiritual journey. And I hope this message helps you, and I wish you all the best. Until next time, God bless all of you. Bye.